Get Rich Slow with John Wolf. Hey, I recently made a video about how buyers can put in more attractive offers for sellers. And the main, strongest way they can do that, at least the thing I can do on the lending side, is I can actually pre-underwrite someone. At that point, their offer is almost as good as a cash offer. But a couple people asked me, is there a way that the seller can win or lose this game? Or is there a way a seller can sort of stack the deck on the finance side to benefit themselves? And the answer is sort of sometimes maybe yes. So let me explain what a seller can do and sort of what their potential harms are. So if you take a cash offer from a client, presuming that you have a, real verification of funds when you accept the offer or shortly after, that's great. You can always reach out to a loan officer like me, and many times I can actually third-party verify those funds, of course, with the potential buyer's permission and information. If you're accepting a financed offer, the thing that you're really worried about, or even the cash offers, like, do they really have the funds? Well, we could really check for you if you want. And if you're accepting a finance offer, the question is like, are they actually approvable? Can they get a loan? And I personally do a lot of what I call save a deals, where usually the listing agent calls me and says something like, hey, we've been in contract for 28 or 35 days. The buyer's lender is either not responsive at all, or they're telling them that there can't be approved for the loan. Will you contact the potential buyer? I have permission for that. Have them do paperwork with you. Find out really quickly if they actually can do this loan. If they can, then maybe my sellers are going to stick with them. And, even when I can come to the rescue, which oddly enough seems to be most of the time, the seller and the buyer both, basically wasted 30, 35 days of their life, probably had a lot of angst and turmoil and not happy feelings about the delays happening. And in the case of some sellers, they needed that transaction to go through in order to move into the next house. So, they may have fees, delay, they might have to be in an apartment, short-term stay or something for a month because of this delay. So, it really does matter on the seller's side to know that the buyer actually has real financing. So one thing a lot of buyers don't know, and a lot of listing agents don't want to push, because it honestly does feel pushy, but in a time where there are just so many finance sale fails, and at a time where a seller is usually reviewing 20 offers, I don't think it's pushy anymore. So one thing that you could do when you're accepting financed offers is take, the top 1 through 5 offers that you might be considering, or maybe own the first, and you could, if you want, have as a condition of accepting their offer, have them pre-qualify with me within the first week. And if they do that, I'm going to be able to tell you if we're going to be able to close the loan or not, if it's a good pre-approval letter. And I say good pre-approval letter because, man, I run into situations all the time where people who absolutely cannot be qualified for a home loan are pre-approved. I don't want to single out any lenders on cases that aren't really specific, but, in December alone, I did 4 save deals, and those actually went through a total of 5 lenders before me. And I think it was Quicken/Rocket Mortgage, Veterans United, Fairway Independent Mortgage, Summit Funding, and I'm forgetting something. But anyways, half of those are great companies, half of them aren't. But in either case, it was super easy for me to get a loan done that they couldn't. And that didn't happen because of me having different rules to work with than them. It was just happened because their loan officer has no idea how to put a file together, and I easily did. And then we got the loan done once I had a hold of it, 15, 20 days or so after the close date was supposed to be. But because the close date was delayed, often it caused an actual financial loss from the seller just having to do with the delay. So anyways, if you are in the position where you're listing your home, feel free to contact me and we can chat more about this, or I could chat to your real estate agent if you'd like. And if you would like me to pre-screen a buyer for you before you accept an offer for your house, please reach out to me. It's John Wolf, 503-890-1919. And I would be, happy to look over the situation and just make it sure it's at least a practical, if not an actual approval, before you invest 30 days into the sales process of that when you could have been accepting offers from people who were qualified. Have an awesome day. Bye.